Be me, 25, working as a floral coordinator at an upscale boutique in a college town. I handle weddings, corporate events, the whole deal. 6 months ago, I dumped my ex Marcus after 3 years because he wanted me to communicate better when something bothered me. I called it emotional labor. My friends called it dodging a bullet. He wanted constant reassurance, and I wasn't about to be his therapist. The breakup was messy. Marcus actually cried, texted me things like, "Do you still love me?" After I didn't respond for 3 hours, my friends rallied around me at brunch the next day. Men who need constant validation are just insecure, they said. You dodged a bullet. I felt vindicated, powerful even. Since then, I've been dating on my terms. No more doing the heavy lifting. No more being the one who cares more. That's where Jason comes in. Met him 3 weeks ago at my co-worker's rooftop birthday party. He's 27, software engineer, stable job. We talked about flowers. He actually asked intelligent questions about my work. Remembered I mentioned wanting to visit Portland's rose gardens. We exchanged numbers. He texted the next day. Hey, really enjoyed talking last night. That story about the bridezilla wanting black roses had me cracking up. For the first week, I responded normally. He'd send thoughtful morning texts, ask about my day, suggest coffee meetups. He remembered I had a difficult bride consultation on Wednesday and followed up asking how it went. Sweet stuff. We even grabbed coffee once. He made me laugh, asked good questions, didn't check his phone. I told my friends he was actually really cool. Then my roommate Becca noticed. He texts you every single morning. That's a lot, no? It's sweet, I said, defensive. Is it? Or is it what you complained about with Marcus? That's completely different. Marcus was needy. Jason's just interested. Girls' night with my other friends. Not Becca. She was working. We scrolled through my texts with Jason. The consensus was immediate. He's too available. Where's the challenge? He's acting like you're already his girlfriend. One friend showed me a TikTok. If he's texting first every time, you're his therapist, not his crush. Make him work for it. I felt embarrassed, like I'd been doing it wrong this whole time. That night, I told Becca my plan. "Kay, that's just mean," she said. "If you like him, why play games?" It's not games, it's boundaries. I'm not going to be available 24/7 just because a guy wants attention. There's a difference between boundaries and testing people. You've been in a relationship for 3 years. You don't get how dating works now. She gave me this look, like she was watching me make a mistake in slow motion, but dropped it. So I started. Stopped responding to his good morning texts. Left him on read for 6 to 8 hours, then replied with short answers. When he suggested dinner, I said I was swamped with a wedding order. I wasn't. It was a Tuesday, and we'd finished the order Monday. Then I posted Instagram stories at a bar with friends. At work the next day, arranging centerpieces, my phone buzzed. His text. I smiled before I could stop myself, then deliberately waited 4 hours to respond. I took a screenshot, sent it to the group chat. See? I'm not even answering, and he's still trying. They sent back flame emojis and crown emojis. Becca, added to the chat, just sent back a single face with rolling eyes. He texted, "Hey, if I'm bothering you, just let me know." Don't want to be that guy, ha ha ha. I felt a tiny pang of guilt. Showed Becca. "'Kay, he's giving you an out. He's literally asking if you're interested." "No," I said. "He's making me feel bad for having boundaries." Classic nice guy manipulation. Or, he's just being considerate. I doubled down. Ignored that text completely. The next afternoon at work, I was trimming rose stems when my phone lit up. Jason. Just saw a golden retriever try to catch a frisbee and completely miss. Face planted into a bush. Made me think of that story you told about your neighbor's dog. How's your day going? I smiled before I could stop myself. Started typing, "OMG, that sounds adorable." My day's good. Just stopped. Deleted it. This is exactly what I did with Marcus. Always available. Always responding. Always the one putting in effort. I put my phone face down, went back to the roses, told myself, make him wait. Don't be desperate. 6 hours later, lying in bed, I caved. Checked if he'd been active. He had. Posted a story an hour ago, him and co-workers at happy hour. See? He's fine without my immediate response. He's not sitting around waiting for me. But my stomach felt tight. Next morning, I crafted my reply. Haha, cute. Day was crazy busy, just seeing this now. Read it 10 times. Too eager? Not eager enough? Finally hit send. His response came 3 hours later. Just, nice. I stared at that, thumbs up for way too long. 2 weeks in, Jason's texts slowed down. Every 2 or 3 days instead of daily. Instead of good morning, beautiful, it was just, how's your week going? I interpreted this as success. He's finally realizing he has to earn my attention. I started posting strategic content. Gym selfie in a sports bra. Lazy Sunday photo in his favorite band's t-shirt. I'd bought it specifically because he mentioned them. I watched my story views obsessively. His name appeared within 5 minutes every time. See? Still interested? At the flower shop, I finally responded to his week-old text. OMG, sorry, just saw this. Been crazy busy with wedding season, he replied. All good. Hope work calms down. I waited for more. Nothing came. I came home frustrated. He's barely texting now. Becca was cooking dinner. Maybe because you ignore him for days. If he was actually interested, he'd try harder. Or maybe he thinks you're not interested, and he's respecting that. Why are you defending him? You don't even know him? I'm not defending him. I'm just saying you're playing with fire. I rolled my eyes and went to my room. Memorial Day weekend, our mutual friend Mike threw a barbecue. I spent an hour getting ready. Jason would be there. I'd be casually aloof, let him come to me. He was there all right, talking to another girl, a pretty redhead who worked at his company, Sophie. They were laughing, easy body language. She touched his arm while talking. He leaned in to hear her better over the music, smiling at something she said. I felt this spike of, not jealousy, surprise. I positioned myself in his line of sight, laughed loudly at someone's jokes, tried to look engaged, fun, desirable. Jason glanced over, waved. Hey Kaylee, good to see you. Then turned back to Sophie, handed her a drink he'd gotten without asking what she wanted. That was it. No pulling me aside, no, I've missed you. Just friendly acquaintance energy. Mike caught my eye from across the yard, gave me the sympathetic look that made my stomach drop. That night, I texted, Hey, was good seeing you today. He responded the next morning, first time he hadn't responded same day. Yeah, always fun at Mike's place. I pushed. We should actually grab that coffee sometime. For sure, I'll check my schedule this week. He didn't check his schedule. I checked his Instagram that night. He'd posted a story 2 hours earlier, at a brewery, with time to go out, but not to text me back. Becca found me staring at my phone. How's the BBQ? Fine. Jason was there with some girl. Wait, like a date? I don't know. I don't care. It's not like we were exclusive. You're right. You weren't anything, because you made sure of that. Can you not right now? But there was this knot in my stomach that wouldn't go away. 3 weeks later, my birthday dinner at a trendy restaurant with 12 friends. Jason RSVP'd. Yes. I was excited. Birthday attention from someone who's been chasing me. I wore a dress he'd complimented once in a photo. Becca watched me get ready. You know he might bring someone, right? Why would he bring someone to my birthday? Because he's allowed to date other people. You made it clear you weren't interested. I didn't say I wasn't interested. I just wasn't desperate. She sighed, dropped it. Jason arrived with Sophie. Hope it's cool I brought a +1. This is Sophie. We've been seeing each other. Seeing each other? I smiled, hugged her. Oh my God, of course. The more the merrier. Internally? Spiraling. Becca's eyes across the table said, I told you so. Sophie was nice. Genuinely nice. She asked about my flower work, complimented my dress. She laughed at Jason's jokes without performing. At one point, he got her drink order without asking. She mouthed, thank you, and squeezed his hand. They had this ease, this comfort, the way people who've been together forever move around each other. I watched him light her birthday candle when they brought out cake. They'd brought their own slice to share. He was so careful, attentive. She looked at him with this uncomplicated gratitude. That tiny gesture cracked something in my chest. Bathroom line. Sophie and I ended up alone. So how do you know Jason? We hung out a bit, I managed. My hands were shaking. I gripped the sink edge. He's seriously the best, Sophie said. Like I was so over dating apps and guys who play games, you know? Then I met someone who actually just communicates. Sounds basic, but it's so rare. I felt slapped. We actually matched like a month ago, but I was talking to someone else. Then he reached out again a few weeks later, and I was like, why did I wait? She laughed. Sometimes you just know, you know? A month ago, right when I started ignoring him. A few weeks later, right after Memorial Day. He didn't even wait. He just moved on. Has he always been this thoughtful? Sophie continued. Like, he remembered I mentioned loving sunflowers once and showed up to our third date with one sunflower. Not a whole bouquet, just one. Because I said they make me happy. The irony? I work with flowers. Never thought to connect with him that way. Anyway, I'm freaking lucky. Guys like him don't stay single long. I returned to the table, watched them for the rest of dinner. Jason whispered something in Sophie's ear. She laughed, kissed his cheek. Natural. Unself-conscious. I'd never seen him smile like that. Fully open, unguarded. When they cut the cake, his arm was around her waist, protective, claiming. I blew out my candles, made a wish I knew was impossible. As people were leaving, I watched Jason help Sophie with her coat. She said something quiet to him. He laughed, that easy, unguarded laugh. An inside joke I'd never be part of. Mike's girlfriend approached me. They're so cute together, right? He seems so much happier lately. So much happier. The words hit like cold water. He wasn't unhappy before me, but I made him uncertain. Anxious. Constantly wondering if he was too much. Now with Sophie, he was lighter. Himself. In the Uber home, I sat next to a birthday balloon and a gift bag from friends. Childish tokens of a day that was supposed to feel special. I opened my text thread with Jason, scrolled up to his old messages. The consistency, the genuine interest. Hope your day is amazing. Thinking of you. That reminded me of you. Then my responses. Thanks. LOL, yeah. OMG, sorry, just saw this. I took a screenshot of the contrast. Stared at it. First moment of real clarity. What did I do? Back home, I sat on the couch with Becca. You were right. About? Jason. I freaked up. Yeah, you did. She's just normal. She didn't do anything special. Maybe that's the point, Becca said gently. Maybe he didn't want special. He just wanted someone who wanted him back. I did want him back. Did you? Or did you just want him to want you? At 1:47 a.m., I broke. Texted him, hey, it was really good seeing you tonight. I feel like we never got to actually hang out after we met. Would love to catch up sometime if you're free. 3 texts in a row. The thing I never do. Typing bubbles appeared, disappeared, appeared again. My heart was pounding. 2:03 a.m. Hey, I appreciate that. I'm pretty booked up these days, but maybe in a group setting sometime. Hope you had a great birthday. Group setting. That's the line you give someone you're politely rejecting. I read it 17 times. Showed Becca in the morning. He's being kind, she said. That's more than you gave him. I wanted to argue. Couldn't. The next 2 weeks were rough. I missed a major wedding consultation, mixed up an order, sent funeral flowers to a baby shower. The bride whose consultation I missed threatened a bad review. I lay in bed at night, checking my phone every 10 minutes, looking at old screenshots of our early conversations. One night, I typed out a long apology, deleted it, typed it again, deleted it again, 5 times. My boss, Linda, pulled me aside. What's going on? Nothing. I'm fine. You're not fine. Is it a guy? It's complicated. Linda sighed. Let me guess. You played hard to get, and he got someone else? I stared. How did you... Because I did the same thing at your age. Thought I was teaching men to value me. All I taught them was to value someone else. She shook her head. Don't make my mistakes, kid. I called Mike. So Jason and Sophie, huh? Yeah, like a month and a half. He seems really happy. I just didn't know he was seeing anyone when we were talking. Were you guys talking? Mike asked carefully. He mentioned you kinda ghosted him. I didn't ghost him. I was just busy. 'Kay, he's a good dude. He's not gonna wait around for someone who's not interested. Sophie actually showed interest, so... He paused. For what it's worth, I think he really did like you. Past tense. That past tense sat in my stomach like a rock. Friday night. I'd been on my phone for hours. Becca sat down. Intervention time? I don't need an intervention. You've checked his profile 40 times today. I'm just torturing yourself. You had a chance. You blew it. Not because he wasn't interested, but because you played games. I wasn't playing games. I was protecting myself. From what? From someone who liked you? Becca's voice was firm. You did to him what Marcus complained about. And now you're upset that he had the self-respect to walk away. That's not fair. It's completely fair. You wanted him to chase you while you did nothing. That's not feminism, Kay. That's just selfish. I started crying. I thought if I made it easy, I'd look desperate. And now you're desperate and alone, Becca said, softer. So what did you win? With Marcus, I gave everything. I was always available. Marcus didn't leave. You dumped him because he asked you to communicate like an adult. Because I was tired of being the emotional one. So you decided to never be emotional again? How's that working? Saturday night, I drank wine alone. Crafted the perfect text for 45 minutes. Hey stranger feels like forever since we actually talked. Remember when you mentioned that new Italian place? Still down to check it out? Sent it at 11:23 p.m. Delivered. Sunday morning. Read 9:47 a.m. No response. Sunday afternoon. Nothing. Sunday night. I broke. Becca found me on the bathroom floor. I freaked up, I whispered. I really freaked up. Yeah, you did. He was actually good. He was kind. And I treated him like he was bothering me. I know. And now he's with someone who just existed. She didn't do anything special. She just responded to him. Maybe that's all anyone wants, Becca said quietly. To be met halfway? I don't know how to fix this. You can't. That's the thing. You can't fix this one. 1 week later, another group event at the same rooftop bar where we met. You don't have to go, Becca said. I want to. I need to see him. Kay? I just need him to see me. Jason walked in, holding Sophie's hand. She was wearing his jacket. He introduced her to people. This is my girlfriend, Sophie. Girlfriend. Official. We made eye contact. He walked over. Hey, Kaylee. How are you? Good. Really good. Work's been crazy with summer weddings. Oh, yeah, I bet. Sophie and I were actually just talking about flowers for her sister's wedding next year. Casual, easy, like I was just anyone. Sophie joined us. Kaylee. Hey, We chatted for exactly 90 seconds. Well, we're going to grab drinks. Good seeing you. And they were gone. Later, Sophie stepped away to take a call. I saw my chance. Hey, can we talk? Jason looked surprised. Sure. What's up? I wanted to explain. About before. I wasn't trying to ghost you. I was just... "'Kay. It's fine. Really. But I feel like you thought I wasn't interested, and I was. You were protecting yourself. I get it. But I'm not really interested in being someone's backup plan or test run." That's not what it was. Then what was it? Because from my side, I put myself out there, and you made it pretty clear you weren't interested. So I moved on. That's healthy, right? His voice wasn't angry. Just done. His body language was kind but firm, the way you'd talk to an acquaintance, not someone you once liked. But what if I was interested? What if I just didn't know how to show it? Then that's something you need to figure out. But not with me. I'm with Sophie now, and I'm happy. It's only been 2 months. 2 months with someone who actually wants to be with me, who responds when I text, who makes plans and keeps them. That's worth more than 2 months of wondering if someone's into me. Jason paused, looked at me directly. You know what the worst part was? I actually thought I was doing something wrong, that maybe I was coming on too strong, being too much. My chest tightened. So I pulled back. Tried to give you space. And you know what happened? Nothing. Because you didn't want me, Kay. You just wanted to feel wanted. The words landed like punches. Sophie makes me feel like I'm not a burden for caring. That's the difference. He glanced over at Sophie on her phone, smiled softly, full of affection, security, ease. That smile. I'd never receive it from him. Ever. Sophie was coming back. Jason's entire face changed when he saw her, the mask dropping, genuine joy flooding in. He never looked at me that way. Because I never let him. I gotta go. I hope you find what you're looking for, Kay. I really do. And I hope when you find it, you don't test it to see if it'll break. He walked away. I returned to Becca, shell-shocked. What happened? He's actually happy with her. I know. Like, genuinely happy, not rebound happy, real happy. Yeah. How did I lose him without ever having him? Because you never let yourself have him. You were so busy playing defense that you forgot to actually play. We watched them leave, early. Jason's hand on Sophie's lower back. She looked back at him with uncomplicated affection. His jacket still wrapped around her shoulders. No games, no strategy. Just two people who like each other acting like it. Walking home, I said, I think maybe it just wasn't meant to be. Becca stopped. Are you seriously still doing this? Doing what? Making excuses. You lost him because you played games. That's it. I wasn't playing games. I was setting boundaries. Oh my God. You're never going to get it, are you? Get what? That being alone isn't being independent. It's just being alone. 2 months later, I'm scrolling Instagram. Jason and Sophie at a pumpkin patch, kissing. Caption, grateful for this one. Comments, you two are perfect. Couple goals. I stare at it. Start typing a comment. So happy for you guys. Delete it. Close the app. So that's basically what this shit show has been so far. Thought I was smarter than everyone else about dating. It's literally a man's job to keep chasing. But oh well. Why did I expect them to LOL I didn't play games? I just had standards, boundaries. I wasn't going to be one of those girls who drops everything for a guy. Becca says I self-sabotaged. My other friends say he just couldn't handle an independent woman. I don't know which one I believe. Maybe both. Maybe neither. All I know is he's happy now. With someone who didn't need a strategy. And I'm still here. Independent. Alone. Telling myself that's what I wanted. Some nights, I almost believe it.